Last week I flew back from Bali to the Netherlands, only to jump straight into a new adventure. This time in the south of France. I'm spending the week working alongside one of my best friends, Thijs, a sharp entrepreneur in the transport industry, right here in the heart of Saint-Tropez. As we get closer to launching our real estate development in Monaco, I figured out this was the perfect time for me to step out of the Bali bubble, get inspired by a different environment and gain some fresh perspective. Two completely different worlds collide in this episode. Enjoy, I got you. Alright guys, we're on our way to Monaco right now. I think it's an hour and a half drive from Saint-Tropez, right?
Yeah.
Guys told me yesterday, actually we need to go to Monaco. We're so close, and he's been here for already 25 years-ish. And I've never been to Monaco. And yeah, I think it's really interesting just to see how people live there, because I think it's like a world on its own. It's a place for people that are like super wealthy, and I think we're only going to see some supercars and drink cappuccino for like over 20 bucks.
Overpriced
cappuccinos. But I think it will be nice to take you with me. You can walk through Monaco in how many hours?
Just a morning or an afternoon is just enough. It's very small. Walk around, go to the palace, go to the Monte Carlo casino.
Yeah.
I think like 3-4 hours is enough.
The reason why people are moving to Monaco is a lot of people, they don't want to pay the personal income tax, and Monaco is a state on its own, so people don't pay the personal income tax. You have the Monte Carlo casino, you have the Formula 1. Actually, Max Verstappen is living in Monaco. I don't have to tell you why he moved over there. But let's see how Monaco would look like, and I'm going to take you with us. Welcome to Monaco, the most expensive playground on earth, where the parking spots cost more than your car and your neighbor's kid probably owns a trust fund. Fun fact, Monaco has more millionaires per square meter than anywhere else. This tiny country is smaller than Central Park, but moves billions a year in real estate, racing and other luxury. So we're in the parking lot, and like I think it's a 6-story parking space, and all of the cars here. You have a Porsche here, just casual park it. You have a Ferrari here, casual park. A lot of supercars are here. If you look at it from a business perspective, how interesting is the real estate market in Monaco? Compare it like to Bali, like a square meter price in Bali, it's average around maybe 2 to 3K, and sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, depends on what kind of luxury real estate you invest. But if you compare it to Monaco, this is one of the highest square meter prices in the world, I think. If you compare it to Hong Kong, if you compare it to London, if you compare it to other places that are high wealthy, what I do think, it's the highest square meter price for the most ugly looking places you can buy. So guys, if you look in the back, this is like a really nice overview of how Monaco architecture looks like. And you see it's like a big mountain, and all of the architecture is like fitted into the mountain. And if you have watched our previous videos before, I told you about the core power construction. All these buildings that has been like built on an elevation of the mountain, they all have the core power construction. Some of them go like 25 meter deep. And it's crazy to see what the prices of Monaco actually are, because like a small condo somewhere in front of us will probably cost you around 3 million euros. So guys, we're now in the old town of Monaco, and if you look really carefully at the flag, you see that the flag is like the same one as Indonesia. So even when I'm in Monaco, I'm a little bit in Bali.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. So many reasons why I want it for you, my love.
We're back in the car, and today we're going to visit some wineries. Most famous part of France is, I think, Champagne, where officially champagne comes from. But now we're actually going to the winehouse. How is it called again?
Minuti.
Minuti, and Minuti is like the most famous winery here, right?
Yeah, it's one of. It's a really common winery where you can drink rosé or white wine. They have really good rosé actually.
And in the time that Thijs had been here, he did some tasting. For sure. So he said to me, let's go to this mini tea place because today we have all the meetings scheduled in the morning. We had some interesting calls regarding to the Ubuntu project. We had a call with Bilal from Dubai, and he does a lot of fundraising, and for the new project we're still searching for some funds. It's not 100% funded yet, so hopefully there will be a part of the funding coming from Dubai. I thought it might be nice to take you with us to just show you around. I've never been to the wineries either, so it's gonna be also new for me. So yeah, let's taste some wine. Here's our So guys, we're back in the car again after visiting Mini Tea. Maybe you can hear it a little bit on the camera, but it's raining heavily now. And what is funny on the Mini Tea house is that it's a family business, it's family operating, and they do millions and millions in revenue right now. And when I was walking to the winery, I got to a realization that the winery making business isn't as far away from the real estate business, because during the period of making the inventory, they have needed at least a year for making that bottled wine, right? And after that year they can make an exit. And how do they make an exit? They make an exit based on selling all of the bottles. So if you compare it to real estate, like you built something, you made something, you came up with the idea, and then at the end of the year you're selling something. So that was quite funny. So on to the next wine house. The name is?
I don't know.
We don't know yet, but we're gonna find one for sure. We just arrived at the next winery, and look how beautiful it is here. It's quite a small house, check.
20 years old, these ones, and so it's 70% of it, and then we have 30% of Roll, which is another grape called also Vermentino.
Okay.
But as we are French, we give French name.
Got
West, no. When? I didn't know. I didn't know. That's why I had to come. I had to come.
Okay.
Are you original from France?
No.
Italiano?
South.
Where? Tell me.
Peru.
Peru.
Arriba Peru.
Arriba Peru. Nice. So guys, we're done at Chateau de Mar, and actually what is funny again, the third wine house, the third winery is again a family business. So you can assume that all of the wineries here are owned by families generation after generation after generation, making wines, making sure that all of the wines that we taste are like perfectly aligned with taste and color palette. Yeah, I think we also need to be creative with what kind of spaces we are creating on the public rooftop, because if we have like a 45-meter long rooftop, what is the width of the rooftop? Okay, and how about the planning? So next Wednesday is with Mahalati, and Friday we will talk together about the last design. Okay guys, that was it. Terima kasih. Have a nice day. Ciao. So guys, it is 12:30 right now, and I've just finished replying to all of the emails that came in after the morning. And when I was swiping through all of the updates from the team, I per accident clicked on a map. In that map there were some old school projects of mine, and at that moment I realized how happy I am with everything that I'm doing right now. That's why I turned the camera on actually. My school period wasn't as fun as it should be. Like I have ADHD, so normal tasks for me are like sometimes different and sometimes hard to get to, especially when you're not interested in what you do. So during the years I have been learning mastering my ADHD, because at the end it is an attention disorder, right? So even when I'm doing this I need to pay attention. And if I reflect everything back to my school period, like yes, I finished my BA, like my business administration. It was hard for me because I was constantly doing something I didn't like. I was interested in doing business, but I didn't even learn how to flip money, right? I have been learning entrepreneurship from a book. I have been learning entrepreneurship from my computer, and the only way how you are really getting onto entrepreneurship, to constantly trail, fail, get up back again, and get everything back in the process and renew. So my mom and dad got probably caught every month that I was not delivering the grades that the school wanted from me, because at a certain point my grades were so bad that my dad and mom needed to come to school, and they said basically from, hey, at this certain point we don't have the education that Stefan needs, so we want him to get to another school. So what I mean by that is, like, don't ever let somebody tell you that you're not good enough for any school or any project or whatever you want to do in life. Like, believe in yourself is the starting point. It's the starting point, is the fundamental of your business, is the fundamental of your dream. Dude, even if you want to be a pro surfer, like, don't let anybody ever tell you that you cannot catch a wave. This came up, so I just wanted to turn on the camera and say, it's just about doing it, guys. It's just about making moves, making steps, making mistakes, and the mistakes are even better than, like, the successes that you're gonna have. One of my biggest mistakes when I was in school, because I always had my side businesses and I was always looking for opportunities. At a certain point we had math, you had the expensive calculators, and the expensive calculators were, I think, 200 euro-ish. And at one certain point I was just thinking about, everybody on school needs those calculators. And I was searching Alibaba, I was searching like different China websites to check if there was somebody that is making those calculators who I can import and then sell on school, right? Then I found somebody, and he basically misled me on everything. He showed me a calculator with my name on it, and then 20 calculators with my name on it. And at a certain point, I had all of my money that I've been saving, and we're talking about like 7K during that time. And I just said from, hey, okay, I wanted to buy like 300 of it. We made a deal. And I was transferring the money, and at that certain point I didn't have any experience with like bank wiring money to the other side of the world, so I just transferred that money, and yeah, it was stupid. And at the end, if I have done my research, and at the end if I have done my due diligence, like, I didn't make that mistake, but that mistake made me sharp. That mistake made me thinking twice on everything. And even until the day of today, if I'm doing a deal, and if don't mind if it is with like an interior company or with a contractor, or if I'm buying furniture, it doesn't mind. It keeps me sharp, because I know the pain that all of my savings were gone. They were probably somewhere in China. So that was just a thing I wanted to tell you guys. So and that's the main reason why we picked up this camera. I'm going to bed. Tomorrow is a new day. Yeah, ciao.